Simplicity, defined as the quality of being ordinary, traditional, or otherwise not complex. In a vacuum, simplicity isn't necessarily a bad thing. After all, there's quite a few recognizable titles which are marred in simplicity. However, most of the timeless or critically acclaimed titles offer something that makes them persist and stand out from the rest. Now, in the vast and captivating world of media, few series have captivated the hearts and minds of fans as deeply as One Piece. Ichiro Oda's creation has evolved from a simple pirate adventure into a profound and intricate narrative, exploring a multitude of themes including history, politics, racism, and a profound quest for freedom. But how exactly does this transformation happen? It's the year 1997, and the first chapter of what seems like a fun new manga called One Piece is released. At first glance, it appeared to be a somewhat straightforward tale of pirates and treasure who are introduced to the protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy, who embarks on a journey to find the legendary treasure known as the One Piece and become the Pirate King. Simple enough, right? Well, this premise served as a solid base upon which Oda would construct a world of near unparalleled complexity. The series' initial simplicity relied the intricacies that Oda began to weave into the narrative. The reader is given time to immerse into the story, understand the ideologies present, conflicts, and the nature of the world. For instance, early on we are introduced to the East Blue, where people have many superstitious beliefs, have little knowledge of devil fruits, and treat many things as urban legends. It serves as a simple story pace setter, allowing the reader to almost breathe the same air as the protagonists, as not only are we able to explore the world with them, but these obvious, ill-informed accounts almost give room for various avenues for the world to expand, and hinting at an informational and cultural divide. As the story progressed, it became clear that One Piece was not just about pirates with hooks and crooked teeth running around searching for treasure with parrots on their shoulders. It's also a story about the pursuit of dreams, fight against oppression, and the exploration of the human condition. Now, one of the things that helps spur this progression is the addition of historical context. Oda has been known to create a meticulously crafted world with a rich history. The world of One Piece is divided into four seas, each with its own unique islands, cultures, and histories. In fact, personally, one of my favorite facts about the story is how it's set in the 15th to 16th century. And we can even see clear inspirations like famous pirates from that era, or even the tools. Within this world, the enigmatic Void Century serves as a central mystery. This era, which occurred 800 years prior to the current timeline, is shrouded in so much secrecy, with the world government actively suppressing information about it. Now, just like that, by setting simple historical precedents, the story is elevated to now an intriguing tale that not only serves to exist in the present, but is given greater significance by events of history past. As the story progresses, our lens is once again widened. The introduction of bodies, characters like Nico Robin, the archaeologist of the Straw Hat crew, epitomize the pursuit of historical truth in a world marked by censorship and misinformation. Robin's quest to uncover the lost history of the Void Century and decode the Poneglyphs adds a layer of depth and intrigue to the story. Her knowledge and the dangers associated with it illustrate the high stakes involved in revealing the past. In the same vein, Oda creates a defined political landscape early on, which allowed the story to slowly expand and portray different ideologies. Off the bat, we're told that the world is governed by the world government, a global authority that maintains control through the Marines, and then the Cypher organizations, who we find about a little bit later. This early precedent allows for the build-up of events such as the Revelry later on, which is a gathering of monarchs and leaders from various nations, and serves as a platform for discussing significant issues. Topics like the abolishment of the warlords and the manipulation of nations as chess pieces in the world government's grand scheme showcase the political intricacies at play and give the story an added layer. Now, foreshadowing is another hallmark of Oda's storytelling. He plants seeds early in the narrative that bear fruit much later, creating an intricate web of connections and surprises. By using this tool multiple times, he has been able to recontextualize the narrative depth of entire sequences. Let's take, for instance, the concept of Gear 5, Luffy's most recent transformation that took the world by storm, and the details of his fruit, which holds the power of the mythical sun god Nika, which we previously didn't know. Now, from the start of the series, we're given hints into Luffy's psyche, his thirst for freedom, and later, his dream to be the freest man. The main groundwork for the foreshadowing can be traced back to Skypiea, where the sun god was revered as a liberator and a symbol of freedom. He was prayed to bring salvation to the people of Skypiea, who faced destruction at the hands of Enel. This same theme is revisited in the Whole Cake Island arc, where in a flashback the giants worship the sun god in a similar manner. They believe in the sun god as a bringer of freedom. This connection between Nika and freedom resonates with Luffy's character and his aspiration to bring freedom to the world. And it all makes sense as its reveal, because awakening only happens when a user aligns with the fruit in both body and mind. And Luffy, from what we knew, had always aligned with his fruit because he always aligned with freedom. These almost symbolical culmination of plot points is also a common theme in One Piece, as over time, Oda employs this to relay deeply meaningful but often subtle ideas. For instance, the Straw Hat, the emblem of the series and Luffy's signature accessory, symbolizes unity and the pursuit of one's dreams. Each member of the Straw Hat crew carries their dreams and aspirations, and the Jolly Roger serves as a symbol of the collective journey and conviction to set dreams. Speaking of dreams, with those also come nightmares, and Oda's boldness to explore the colder side of society, even in this fictionalized setting, adds a significant layer to what once seemed like a basic story. For instance, racism is introduced early on as a profound concept in One Piece, and it is touched on quite a bit in the Arlong Park arc. This laid the groundwork then for the deep expositions of arcs such as Sabaody or Fishman Island, as Oda uses the narrative to fully address issues of discrimination and prejudice. The Fishmen, a race oppressed by humans, strive for equality and recognition. Jinbei, a former warlord of the sea and a later addition to the Straw Hat crew, embodies the idea of overcoming differences and fighting against racism. But I've said all this, but what does it mean in essence? Boldness. Daring to be different. Sure. Is it a lot easier to follow the common route and do tweaks and retellings of the same stories we've seen a million times? Hollywood. Yes, but where's the fun in that? Daring to be different, wanting to talk about uncomfortable topics, wanting to try unusual things like making politics prominent in a battle manga, is what makes the story of One Piece different. It started simple, but by a single man's boldness, turned into one, if not the greatest story ever told.